What's up, YouTube? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. Guys, I'm super excited. I am heading to the Ed Sheeran concert tonight here in Dubai. For those of you who have been on my channel, I'm sure you've heard, or maybe because it's been a while if you only watch like the Ed Sheeran content. It's been a minute since I've done some Ed Sheeran content. But I've moved to Dubai. I live here now, and my sister messaged me actually, like, I think the month before we moved here, and said, hey, I have an opportunity to get some Ed Sheeran tickets. Would you want to go? And I looked at my wife, and she looked at me, and we were like, yes. So we're going to the Ed Sheeran concert tonight with my sister. I'm super, super excited. Now, this is long overdue. Historically, the moment an Ed Sheeran album comes out, I listen to it start to finish. Now, once I started the channel, I've had to operate a little bit differently because I want to save the opportunity to try and listen to stuff for the first time on the channel. I avoid listening to the music at all. So even if like Spotify, puts on a song based on recommendations, oh, you like Ed Sheeran, here's the next song you're going to listen to. If it starts playing and I don't recognize that I know it, next, because I don't want to mess it up. So the only song I've heard from this album is Eyes Closed. I actually have a reaction to that on the channel. Great song. Love that song. Yeah. So I'm really excited to finally check this album out. It's long, long overdue. Ed Sheeran's heavy on my rotation. I am, always playing. I would say my two most played albums are Multiply and Divide. Equals was a phenomenal album. I mean, I think there was multiple times I got extremely emotional on that album. So it was brilliantly done. And then obviously Plus, I go back and there's some, Lego House has got to be an all-time favorite. So Ed's heavy in rotation. But I can't go to the concert tonight having not heard the new stuff. So we're going to do this. I hope I have enough time to do the autumn variations. If I don't, then I'll have to listen to it on my own before the concert because I don't want to show up and be a loser and not know any of the songs. So long intro, guys, but just wanted to give you some background on why I'm doing this and the excitement for tonight. So this is Subtract. This is the deluxe edition. We're going to get straight into it. We are listening to this on Spotify. It just gives us a smoother listening experience for albums. Okay? Here we go.
Came in for the embers, stayed out for the breeze. I need to feel elements to remind me there's beauty when it's bleak. Stuck out long before lights down. Why do I breathe? Oh, I know the more that I love, the less that I feel. The times that I jumped never were real. They say that all scars heal, but I know maybe I won't, but the waves won't break my boat.
Ooh, I just got shivers through my whole body. The lead up to what I'm assuming is the chorus that we're going into here. That last sequence of lines. Listen, guys, lyrics are super important to me. I think that sound is beautiful. I think it can invoke emotion, but when the lyrics speak to you, it's next level. So, he said, they say scars heal. I'm paraphrasing, but maybe I won't heal. That's what he's saying. And then transitions into the waves won't break my boat. I believe that's what he said. Again, I'm paraphrasing. I don't have the lyrics in front of me. Let's listen to that part again.
Break my, maybe I won't, but the waves won't break my boat.
Beautiful.
But the waves won't break my boat. from the boardwalk. The wind rushed through the trees. I keep my eyes peeled. The memories always fall short of what we could have been. Left out long.
That was a very creative way to say that memories always fall short of what we could have been. Meaning he's saying like we didn't make it to what we could have been. So like memories are like remembering things that actually happened, right? So if the memory falls short of what we could have been, we didn't make it there. Production wise, when I say production, I just mean like the instrumentation and stuff. The fact that, you know, when the verses are being sung, I don't know what I do that makes this happen. I got to figure out the hand signals. The fact that when the verses are being sung, the instrumentation is very loud. And then when the chorus came in and the waves won't break my boat, it got really quiet and really gentle. I really like the effect of that.
Of what we could have been. Left out long before last call. What do I need? Oh, I know. The more that I love, the less that I feel. The times that I jumped never were real. They say that all scars heal, but I know maybe I won't, but the waves won't break my boat.
The way he sings "My" there, so
But the
beautiful.
waves won't break
Ooh,
my boat.
wow.
But the waves won't break my boat. The waves won't break my boat. The more that I love, the less that I feel. The times that I jumped never were real. They say that all scars will heal, but I know
Wow.
maybe I won't.
What a
And the
beautiful
waves
song.
won't break my boat.
That was beautiful, man. That was what an opening track to the album. You know, it's interesting. I was talking about the instrumentation volume, and instantly it took me back to the opening track of Equals with Tides. And I remember listening to that, and it was funny. I didn't have a YouTube channel at that time, of course, but me and my friends did a Discord call so that we could listen to the album together. And so we're listening to the album, and the opening track plays, and the instant like feedback was like, oh, like is the mixing off, is something off? And then it clicks, you put it together when it starts going in and out, and you're like, oh, like high tide, low tide. Like the tide comes in, high, tide goes out, it's low. And he's doing the same thing in the song. Like the guitar gets really, really loud. It says high tide, and then it gets really, really soft, low tide. And it was just a really cool experience. So the fact that I said that about this opening track reminds me of that opening track. Cool. Next track, Saltwater.
Still so far to go, and I can't feel my toes when the rain soaks through the heels and slips to the sole. Yeah, the blades are 2 feet tall. Waiting green, I'm moving forward to where God only knows. Feel the wind's harsh refrain, like the clouds grip my face, saying it's alright to run from all this pain. Oh, and when it's time to go, with one last breath that's in my lungs. Scream it's all for love. Scream it's all for love. Come and kiss me, salt water. Oh, finally I feel it. 3 or 4 degrees. I'm free in salt water. Embrace the deep and leave everything. It was just a dream.
The layering on that part is beautiful. As his main vocal is singing the lyric, he goes in and layers at a much higher note and just slightly lower volume, layering the exact same lyric behind it. Beautiful effect. I'm just going to pull that back right there.
Embrace the deep and leave everything. It was just a dream. I can see it up ahead, where the sky meets the ground. After that, there's only moving gray. I am filled up with regret, the things I did or never said. Just leave that well alone and come and kiss me, salt water.
Just another, like, to point out the lyrics. There's something cool happening in the instrumentation here, so I'm going to pull it back so we don't miss the buildup that's about to happen. But he was talking about things I never said, the regrets that I have, but we won't, I'm paraphrasing again, we won't touch that well. And wells are known to be deep, like they dig deep, deep, deep. So he's saying there's a lot of things that he regrets and a lot of things that he should have said but didn't say, and like whatever. So it's just cool, like, lyric there.
It or never said, just leave that well alone and come and kiss me, salt water. Oh, finally I feel it. 3 or 4 degrees. I'm free in salt water. Embrace the deep and leave everything. It was just a dream.
Ooh, that was nice.
It was just a dream. It was just a dream.
Wow.
It was just a dream.
That note he's singing right there is so beautiful. That one.
It
Wow.
was just a dream. Was it just a dream? Now I'm standing on the edge, gazing into hell. Or is it something else? I just can't tell. When there's nothing left, I close my eyes and take one step. Say, well, here it goes. I say, well, here it goes. Come and kiss me, salt water. Oh, finally I feel it. 3 or 4 degrees. I'm free in salt water. Embrace the deep and leave everything. It was just a dream.
It was just a dream. Beautiful song. I mean, some of the notes that he was kind of putting in there, that maybe weren't like the main vocal line, but just kind of in the background, so just beautiful. And the overall feel of that track felt at times almost cinematic. Like, you could almost, without even visuals in front of you, if you like close your eyes and let yourself be in that song, you could imagine just, you know, like a scene of the ocean. Like you could feel it, right? That was really nice. We're off to a great start. We got two songs. Now listen, guys, I may be biased because again, I'm a huge fan of this guy. Like he's, you know, when people ask me my favorite artist, I say it's like he's my top 3 favorite artists. So I'm gonna be biased, and I'm probably gonna say every song is good, even if you think it's not good. So just a heads up. Next up, we got Eyes Closed. We've heard this one, but it's not gonna hurt us to hear it again. And I normally don't do this. When I do album reactions, if I've heard a song, I skip it. But like I said, we here for Ed. Oh yeah. So good.
I know it's a bad idea, but how can I help myself? Been inside for most this year, and I thought a few drinks, they might help. It's been a while, my dear, dealing with the cards life dealt. I'm still holding back these tears, well, my friends are somewhere else. I pictured this year a little bit different when it hit February. A step in the bar, it hit me so hard, or how can it be this heavy? Every song reminds me you're gone, and I feel the lump form in my throat, 'cause I'm here alone, just dancing with my eyes closed. 'Cause everywhere I look, I still see you. And time is moving so slow, and I don't know what else that I can do. So I'll keep dancing with my
I love this part.
So I'll keep dancing with my delusion is here again, and I think you'll come home soon. But what brings me right back in? Then it's only me that's in this room. I guess
I'm going to pause it. Even though I've reacted to this before and I've listened to this many times, I mean, I just got to point out, that's got to be one of my favorite lyrics. I mean, delusion is here again. And I keep telling myself that you'll be home soon, something like that. And with the context, I mean, I believe he's talking about a friend who's passed away. I mean, anybody who's experienced loss in their life, someone close to you, whether it's a family member, a friend, a partner, whatever it might be. I mean, those lyrics burn into your soul, because it's so real. Like every time it comes up, you want to believe that it's not real, that the person isn't gone, that you're gonna walk into whatever place you normally see them at, and they'll be there. I mean, it's so powerful, and just creating that human connection and that shared experience, that shared emotion or shared moments of trauma or whatever it might be is so powerful. Wow.
I think you'll come home soon, but what brings me right back in? Then it's only me that's in this room. I guess I could just pretend the colors are more than blue, but I lost more than my friend. I can't help but missing you. I pictured this month a little bit different. No one is ever ready, and when it unfolds, you get in a hole. Oh, how can it be this heavy? Everything changes, nothing's the same, except the truth is now you're gone. Life just goes on. So I'm dancing with my eyes closed.
So good.
'Cause everywhere I look, I still see you. And time is moving so slow, and I don't know what else that I can do. So I'll keep dancing with my eyes closed. So I'll keep dancing with my shutting the bar, they're cleaning the floor, and everyone is already home, but I'm on my own, still dancing with my eyes closed. 'Cause everywhere I look, I still see you. Time is moving so slow, and I don't know what else that I can do. So I'll keep dancing with my eyes.
Wow. I mean, I've heard it so many times, yet I hear it again now. It's so powerful, and there's moments where it sends me into a train of thought or thinking about somebody from my life, and can't help but feel very emotional listening to that song. So I'm curious to see what follows it up. Now, obviously, what's popped up on the screen, the next song is called Life Goes On. Which in terms of like a track list being put together makes sense to come after what we just talked about on Eyes Closed, if the song is what the title says, right? Which it will be. So let's check this out. Life Goes On.
It hit like a train. I ran out of words. I got nothing to say. Everything hurts, and I know love leads to pain. But memories serve our sweetest refrain.
I know love leads to pain, but memories serve as our sweetest refrain. Wow.
The waves came tumbling down as you float away. I'm reaching for you to tell me how my life goes on with you gone. I suppose I'll sink like a stone if you leave me now. Oh, the storms will roll, easy come, hard go, then life goes on. I miss the flames, the heated reserve. Oh, I'd remember the way that you put me first. What a heart-wrenching shame that you'll never know, just like tears in the rain.
You'll never know, just like tears in the rain. And that saying is there because, like, when it's raining, you're getting wet anyways, so people wouldn't know that you're crying, right? So that's the whole concept of tears in the rain.
A constant gray in the clouds. When I hear your name, I think of love. So tell me how my life goes on with you gone. I suppose I sink like a stone if you leave me now. Oh, the storms will roll, easy come, hard go, then life goes on.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, life goes on. Hey, yeah, I watch the sun setting down. I am so afraid. I need you now to tell me how my life goes on with you gone. I suppose I'll sink like a stone if you leave me now. Oh, the storms will roll, easy come, hard go, then life goes on. Easy come, hard go, then life goes on.
Wow. I think brilliant follow-up to Eyes Closed. Thoughts that come to mind. I mean, I listen to that and I go back to the two major moments in my life where I lost somebody very close to me. One somewhat expected because we knew that, like, there was sickness involved, and then one very unexpected, they were unfortunately killed by somebody else. And in those moments, him saying like, how will my life go on? Those moments felt life ending, even for the people who are still here, like me. And it felt like I wanted everything to stop. I wanted the whole world to stop, but it doesn't. And I just couldn't understand how you're supposed to like carry on from something like that. And eventually you gain more tools and more understanding and learn how to cope and move forward. But in those moments, like right after it's happened, that song perfectly sums up the feeling that you go through. I am going to note as well that we're keeping the ocean as a running theme so far through this album. It's come up in basically every song, and in this one, he was talking about now that he's talking about kind of like floating on the water, and now that his friend is gone, how will my life go on? I'll sink like a rock to the bottom, right? So floating symbolizing like being alive. Sorry, I just gotta make sure everything's okay with my wife. Okay, I'll have to check that later. It's something about our move. It's not an emergency, so I can put it off for a few minutes. I mean, it's gonna be more than a few minutes, but she'll forgive me. All right, guys. Moving right along, we got Dusty.
I heard you calling, now my eyes are open. The day is breaking into powder blue.
I like what he's doing with his voice here.
Sunlight is framing our every moment. What a way to start off the day with you. Flick a finger, start a discussion to pick a singer. This one you'll love it, I have to bring her. Just let the speakers take you away. Drop the needle on Dusty. Frost on the leaves like a lake. The moment came out of nothing.
Sorry, I gotta pull that back a little bit.
On the leaves like a lake. The moment came out of nothing. That I had to bring her. Just let the speakers take you away. Drop the needle on Dusty. Frost on the leaves like a lake. The moment came out of nothing. Beautiful smile on your face. Yesterday was a long night, but I got a feeling that the future is so bright. All of the pressure washed away in the low tide, but we gotta wait till the clothes are bone dry. So I'll drop the needle on Dusty.
I'll drop the needle on Dusty. I mean, I think Needle, he's talking about letting the music carry him away. So I think like record player, Needle, Dusty old records, like that's kind of what I'm thinking here. But let's keep going. Oh, he didn't say the next part again. I believe he said something about frost on leaves at the lake, and then he said something like something comes from nothing, because like frost can like it's coming from the moisture in the air, so visibly it's like nothing, right? The frost appears from nothing. So that was a cool line too.
We were lost within a stormy ocean. Nobody knew what we were going through. We talk about it as we dip our toes in. Take a breath and brace for the waves with you. Flick a finger, wait for the magic to do its thing, yeah. There's more than sadness we got within us. Let's put some color into the gray. Drop the needle on Dusty. Frost on the leaves like a lake. The moment came out of nothing. Beautiful smile on your face. Yesterday was a long night, but I got a feeling that the future is so bright. All of the pressure washed away in the low tide. We gotta wait till the clothes are bone dry. So I drop the needle on Dusty. static on the stereo before the day. Both on the edge to throw it all away. I used to think that every situation stayed the same, but I can see this start to change. Okay, drop the needle and dusty. Frost on the leaves like a lake. The moment came out of nothing. Beautiful smile on your face. Yesterday was a long night. I got a feeling that the future was so bright. All of the pressure washed away in the low tide. We gotta wait till our clothes are bone dry. So I dropped the needle on dusty. Drop the needle on dusty. Drop the needle on dusty.
There's now I partially wish that I had the lyrics in front of me because I wanted to reference something he said, but then I didn't want to interrupt the ending of the song, and so now I forgot the lyrics that he said. But oh man, no, I forgot him, and I don't want to go back. It's okay. But that was a dope song. I mean, like the thing that I was trying to say, there was a lot of great, metaphors running through that particular song that he was running, and I just wanted to point out a few of them that I was appreciating. But it's okay. We'll keep it moving. I'm sure not everybody wants to hear me talk about that, anyways. So next track, we have End of Youth. Check it out.
I've been depressed since you left. Tried to fill the hole with wine. Stopped the drugs when she came. Clean my act up overnight. If you reach with no reply, I'll see you when I see you, man. You can't talk me through the fall if we don't know if I can land. Try to grow, but the past, it tears me down to size. Tell the world how to process, but don't take the same advice. I remember what I say. Then the mornings filled with fear. Can't get a handle on my grief when every memory turns to tears. It's been a long year, and we're not even halfway there. Is this the ending of our youth when pain starts taking over?
Ooh.
I just don't know if I can ever just let it go. Everything's falling apart when love is real. There's never closure. I guess it's all part of life, but I can't help but feel low. We spend our youth with arms and hearts so wide open, and then the dark gets in, and that's the end of you. I've been lost since the teens, but
Damn, that's deep. He said we spend our youth, again, I'm going to paraphrase here, but with our arms and hearts wide open, and then the dark gets in, and that's the end of our youth. And I mean, it's like, the world is a disappointing place, to say the least. And I think, as beautifully optimistic as it might be that we can, operate forever with arms and hearts wide open, what happens is inevitably you're coming across people or situations that will take advantage of that, and then you end up getting hurt or worse, and that shapes how you behave moving forward, and unfortunately that will lead to missing out on opportunities or missing out on experiences that would have been possible with an open heart, but at that point it's like survival instinct / self-preservation, protection. Those things kick in, and this song's deep.
I've been lost since the teens, but pretend it's all alright. All my ups led to falls that led to trying to end my life. Just a boy at the start, they lent on like a man. You were meant to be my friend and not to take all that you can. Disengage to create, try to reinvent the wheel. No one knows what they want, so I just give you what I feel. If I slip and get high, I know the low is always near. When I'm down, I never see you. When I'm up, you all appear. It's been a long year, and we're not even halfway there.
Listen, before we get into this, the rest of this chorus, I got goosebumps when he talked about that part. I mean, you know, if I slip and get high, I know the low's coming. When I'm down, no one's there. When I'm up, you all appear. Listen, people show themselves. When stuff's going well, everybody, the fair weather friends, the fair weather fans, it's when stuff's not going well, that's when people show you their true selves, right? Pay attention in those moments. You know, people get in those moments and people turn their back, and then we have this desperation to earn those people back. But really what you should realize is those people haven't earned to have you in their life. And if they weren't there for you, out. You're not coming back. That was fire.
Is this the ending of our youth when pain starts taking over? I just don't know if I can ever just let it go. Everything's falling apart when love is real. There's never closure. I guess it's all part of life, but I can't help but feel low. We spend our youth with arms and hearts so wide open, and then the dark gets in, and that's the end of you. It's been a long year, and we're not even halfway there. Is this the ending of our youth when pain starts taking over?
Oh, I love this song, man.
I just don't know if I can ever just let it go. Everything's falling apart when love is real. There's never closure. I guess it's all part of life, but I can't help but feel low. We spend our youth with arms and hearts so wide open, and then the dark gets in, and that's the end of you. We spend our youth with arms and hearts so wide open, and then the dark gets in, and that's the end of youth.
Okay, so next up we got Colorblind. I just want to see how we're doing here. So we're on track 7 of 18 here, because I am doing the deluxe, so it has the 4 bonus tracks. I mean, so far, guys, 6 tracks in. This is the 7th. Beautiful, and I don't know if it's because the subject matter that he's specifically talking about. I feel like he's talking about me in my life. And I've said this on this channel so many times, when you create that connection that someone can listen to it and be like, oh, he's talking about me. The appreciation for the music is next level. So far, this album is brilliant. I'm excited to check out this next one, Colorblind. I'm curious what it's about. My brother is actually a little bit colorblind. I don't know what levels of degrees colorblindness come in. I don't think anyone's actually like only able to see black and white, but I think it's just a few colors that he can't see. It's pretty funny to see him not be able to differentiate, but you know, I don't know what that's like. Let's check it out.
Kaleidoscope love, Yeah, that is you and me. Forever changing, we make life interesting. Some days we're red and some days we both think green. But I like the nights when we leave the canvas free. Grab a brush and see where the feeling may lead. Nothing is out of our reach. Our words are mixing the pigment we need. Can we get started? I keep falling.
Ooh.
Deeper in dark blue, brighter than white, rainbow exploding, but I can't see nothing except you in your eyes. Maybe we'll just paint the night colorblind.
So obviously, like, colors have, you know, certain emotions correlated to them: anger, happiness, sadness, so envy, so on and so forth. You know, he's talking about not seeing those colors, and that's the approach that he's using for colorblind. Now, he said a part where he says, I see dark blue and brighter than white. And then he said something about her eyes, I think. So I'm curious if that was actually representative of eyes and the feelings, or it was just about the feelings and then he talked about the eyes separate. Because if she has blue eyes, blue, and then it's surrounded by white. So I'm curious about that.
In every spectrum, we find a millionth piece. Connect the dots and everything in between. Dull in the moment, you'll turn it golden leaf. You take the dark away, and that's no easy feat. Pick an orange, watch the shade change in the heat. From yellow, purple and green. Your words are mixing each pigment we need. Can we get started? I keep falling deeper in dark blue, brighter than white, rainbow exploding, but I can't see nothing except you in your eyes. Baby, we'll just paint the night colorblind. Maybe we'll just paint the night colorblind.
I'm a little bit more certain at this point that he was talking about her eyes, because what I noticed that time was he says rainbows could be exploding or some, again, I'm paraphrasing here, but I'm just lost in your eyes. And before that he says I'm falling deeper in dark blue and brighter than white. So, and then he says we might as well paint the night colorblind because I'm not going to notice any other colors except this blue and white that I'm staring into. So I think that's my perception. That's the cool thing about art. We can probably perceive it different ways. But you guys let me know what you think, or what you think is right down in the comments below. Let's check out the next track. This is called Curtains.
Can you pull the curtains? Let me see the sunshine. I think I'm done with my hiding place, and you found me anyway. It's been forever, but I'm feeling alright. Tears dry and we'll leave no trace, and tomorrow's another day. Hide and seek.
Okay.
I am somewhere closed away. You won't believe how long it's been since I started the game. I can't be seen, and you won't find me today. I've not been this low, but I'll be okay. Are you alright? Maybe don't ask, cause you know I never like to talk about that. Keep it inside, yeah, you say I always hold back, and I always wear long sleeves. Is it in your childhood, something happened?
No, this is fire. The delivery, I gotta pull this back, guys. We're gonna listen to that part again. We're definitely turning a corner here. We started very dark, very, kind of embracing the darkness, sadness, negative things that happen, the way they make us feel. This song feels like we're turning a corner, and kind of coming out of that place, especially with some of the lyrics that he's saying. I'm not hiding anymore, and so on and so forth, right?
This low, but I'll be okay.
Right here.
Are you alright? Maybe don't ask, cause you know I never like to talk about that. Keep it inside, yeah, you say I always hold back, and I always wear long sleeves. Is it in your childhood, something happening in your past? With the sadness, here I promise that it won't last. And if I could, I would try to take it all back. There's still more underneath, and that's when you say to me, can you pull the curtains, let me see the sunshine? I think I'm done with my hiding place, and you found me anyway. It's been forever, but I'm feeling alright. Tears dry and we'll leave no trace, and tomorrow's another day.
Tears dry, they'll leave no trace. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think it's another way of showing that over time, whatever thing you're going through will be gone. Like, it's not gonna be you're not gonna feel the exact same way that you feel about it today. I also think it was a beautiful remark to say, like, I'm done hiding, I'm done with my hiding place, but you found me anyways. Some version of that. That's a beautiful sentiment to say about whoever this song is about.
See the sun shine, shine, shine. Let me see the sun shine, shine, shine. Let me see the sun shine, shine, shine. Let me see the sun shine. Hide and seek. Count to 10 and close your eyes. Try to breathe. See a message and don't reply. Nice to me, but in reality, say goodbye. Life can be so beautiful if we try. Are you okay? Yeah, I guess so. But on some days I feel like I'm trapped in a hole. But I keep quiet so the ones around me don't know that the mountain feels so steep. And I say that I'm here to help to carry the load. And the outside rays, they are good for the soul. So let's step out of the dark, cause in it it's so cold. The day's not out of reach, and that's when you say to me, can you pull the curtains, let me see the sunshine? I think I'm done with my hiding place, and you found me anyway. It's been forever, but I'm feeling alright. Tears dry and we'll leave no trace, and tomorrow's another day. Let me see the sun shine, shine, shine. Let me see the sun shine, shine, shine. Let me see the sun shine, shine, shine. Let me see the sun shine.
The production on that one was dope. Another theme that I'm noticing is popping up is the darkness and light. And he's specifically manifesting that through a nighttime and daytime metaphor. So a few songs ago, he was talking about yesterday was a long night, but I feel like the future is going to be bright because after nighttime, what comes? Day, and daytime is bright. And then in this one, he said something else about the nighttime, and then he said the day's not out of reach. And then he's, talking about pulling the curtains back, letting the sunshine in. So when the curtains are closed, you're in darkness, you let the sunshine in. So it's really like we're seeing like the ocean theme throughout. We're seeing this lightness and darkness theme throughout. And I love me some running themes. So I'm excited to see if these continue or if we get another theme in the next parts. But let's see. Next up, we got Borderline.
Sadness always finds an end, sneaks its way past, infecting everything.
Yeah.
And every chapter has an end. But this is one momentous sequel, don't you think? And the blackbirds, they fly like a frown on the skyline. Right now, I feel I'm running from the light and gold in darkness, shielding from my eyes. 1 foot in, 1 out, I'm stuck on the borderline. Which way will I? 'Cause
Wow. So right after my comments, we have a song that's literally about lightness and darkness and him being on the borderline. He's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Which way will I go? It could go either way. Him going into that really high note singing. Would that be considered falsetto, I guess? I'm not sure. Beautiful. And there was something at the beginning, but now I'm too distracted by his singing to remember it, and it's probably too far gone for me to go back, because then we'll have to F it. We're gonna listen to it again.
And every chapter has an end. But this is one momentous sequel, don't you think? And the blackbirds, they fly.
Oh, this part.
Like a frown on the skyline.
Blackbirds fly like a frown on the skyline, because when birds fly, they fly in this pattern, right? They don't fly in this pattern. So when it's going this way, they're like this. So it can look like a frowny face because it's... So I appreciate like lyrical stuff like that. I mean, Ed's lyrical. He's a rapper. You know that. So...
Right now, I feel I'm running from the light and gold in darkness, shielding from my eyes. 1 foot in, 1 out, I'm stuck on the borderline. Which way will I?
So beautiful.
'Cause I should take this on the chin, but I don't even know how all of this began. We are made to mold and bend. Or can I wish for nothing when it's still a sin? Right now, I feel I'm running from the light and gold in darkness, shielding from my eyes. 1 foot in, 1 out, I'm stuck on the borderline. Which way will I? I will pour another drink and try to drown the pain with salt along the rim. And I'll shut off the things I think, 'cause nothing good will ever come from worrying. Right now, I feel I'm running from a light engulfed in darkness, shielding from my eyes. One foot in, one out. I'm stuck on the borderline. Which way will I? Tears never ride. These days are dry. We are so blind.
I just noticed that my eye is like pretty red. It was bothering me, like it felt like there was something in my eye, but now I can see it that it's a little bit red. Not sure what that's about. So interesting that the song prior to that, Curtains, felt like we were turning a corner, and the song immediately after feels like as we're turning that corner, we have the opportunity to move towards the light, or we could stay in the darkness. Like it's our choice where we're gonna go. So again, I'm really enjoying kind of the running storyline and progression that we're going through on this album so far. Now, my assumption, based on kind of the vibes I'm getting, is that in this track, we're gonna see maybe some movement towards the light. That's going to be my guess. Let's see if I'm right. This is called Spark.
We've been lost for a long time, in a rut, no escape signs. And for love, we were so blind. Oh, I hate to see you cry. There've been times where the truth lied. Now it's clear as a blue sky, like a band-aid.
There's something catching my attention there. Sorry, I'm gonna pull that back. But the part of the instrumentation that sounds almost like a snap, but then it has like this effect put on it that kind of has like a reverb. Very interesting sound.
Oh, I hate to see you cry. There've been times where the truth lied. Now it's clear as a blue sky, like a band-aid over deeper cuts we tried. We couldn't stop the fate descending on the night. We'll build a fire and torch our own light and hope the sparks survive. Use words as kindling, light up the night sky. Let the memories take flight and hope the sparks survive. Yeah, we hope the sparks survive.
Nice.
Oh, I wonder will we pull through? All we ever do is argue, with not a lot, but we make do. How I wish you wouldn't say that. There are things you can't take back. When you leave, I always face facts, like a hand that's trying to hold the water back. We couldn't stop the ocean leaking in the cracks. We'll build a fire and torch our own light and hope the sparks survive. Use words as kindling, light up the night.
Okay. I have to point this out because I really don't want to forget this. But we're seeing now both of those themes being used in this. And, this, he's describing this relationship where there's bigger problems happening, and we're trying to, he used the analogy of putting a Band-Aid on a deeper wound. Well, a Band-Aid's not really meant for deeper wounds. It's meant for like surface level, like scratches and like little cuts. So a Band-Aid on a deep wound is not really going to do anything. And then he described trying to hold the water back from like a hole in your boat, or a crack in your boat, and trying to stop the ocean water from coming in. I mean, good luck with that. And then, so there's the ocean theme. And then he's the theme of this particular song, or the reason it's called Spark. He's describing them being in the night. So we're back in the darkness, but this is where I'm talking about the decision to move towards the light. They need to spark a fire so that they can create their own light in the darkness. I mean, guys, I'm a dork for this stuff. I love themes, and I love when they're delivered well, and this is being delivered really well.
Sparks of light. Yeah, we hope the sparks survive. We've taken road that led to confusion, but right now that don't matter at all. We'll bring it back, our love's no illusion. The higher we go, the harder we fall. And now we'll build a fire and torch our own light, and hope the sparks survive. Use words as kindling, light up the night sky. Let the memories take flight, and hope the sparks survive. Yeah, we hope the sparks survive. And we hope the sparks survive.
Again, just kind of leaning into the metaphor, hope the sparks fly. I mean, sparks fly, sparks in terms of a relationship. Like, this is a common, would it be idiom? I think idiom would be the correct term. But anyways, in reference to a relationship where two people are showing good chemistry, or hitting it off, or getting along well. And then in this sequence, or in the literal sense of talking about a fire, when the fire is like crackling, you see the sparks going up into the sky. So that means it's a roaring, like strong fire. When a fire is struggling, you're not really going to see much of that. You'll probably see some smoke because it's like, withering out. So really, again, love the use of these metaphors of the running theme. I think it's brilliant. Next up, we got Vega.
Rain keeps beating on the rooftop, muddying the glass, but God, I love the sound of heaven. Sat cross-legged on the carpet, listening to vinyl, trying to ignore the weather. This week was heavy, I buckled under all the weight. What can you do but pray? And count your blessings, it wasn't any other way. Don't leave it up to fate. Fighting the tide, but the waves, they will part. Light up the night, we were made to be stars, but it burns like hell to be Vega. Clouds keep falling.
I'm not sure what that means. He said burns like hell to be Vega. I'm not sure what Vega means in this context, but if you guys could help me out, that'd be awesome.
Clouds keep falling over this house, blocking out the sun. I'm trying to keep it all together. One door closes, then one opens. Gotta keep the focus. If we'll believe, then she'll get better. The days are long, but they pass within an instant, babe. It is the strangest thing. I'll count my blessings the day I see you smile again. this war we've got to win. Keep it inside, don't let no one see your heart. No one can judge, we're the same in the dark. Fighting the tide of the waves, they will part. Light up the night, we were made to be stars, but it burns like hell to be Vega. Same problems, different options. Pain comes at a cost, but we got this. Need respite, bleed time dry. She'll be fine, she'll be fine. Same problems, different options. Pain comes at a cost, but we've got this. Need respite, bleed time dry. She'll be fine, she'll be fine. Rain keeps beating on the rooftop, worrying to death, but I guess this is human nature. We are made to shine like stars, but that don't mean it don't burn like hell to be Vega.
I mean, is Vega like a constellation maybe? Because now I'm putting it together with like the stars in the night. We're meant to be the light, like even doesn't mean it doesn't burn. Yeah, so that sorry guys, I had to sneeze. That's my guess, that maybe Vega is some sort of star constellation, and that's the reference. And I mean, this song made it feel like, okay, we're moving towards the light. We've made that decision that that's where we want to be. Now it's a challenge to stay in the light, because dark stuff will keep coming. The rain's coming. The clouds are there. I'm trying to ignore that stuff and keep going. So now it's a fight to stay in the light. So again, love that we're still running. We're still moving forward. We're seeing the progression of the story. Let's see where we're at now. Cool. So we're on track 12, making good progress, which means we got 6 tracks to go after this, I think. That's correct math. Sycamore.
Sycamore in the summer, bearing leaves. Swing you're pushing our daughter underneath. Flowers bloom in the garden, swaying breeze. Just imagine a world where we could be. Right now in the waiting room, emotions running wild. Worried about my lover and I'm worried about a child. Part of me was always in denial. It's gonna take a little while. We're in our story, love in, love out. We are glorious. We're in our story, love in, love out. We are glorious. Sycamore bringing shade from beating sun. Nothing more than a word, a smoking gun. What a puzzle is this to be in love. To be planting your roots, then dig them up. Waiting on professionals to tell you how it is. What's he gonna say after? I think you better sit. Brace yourself, something's about to hit. It's gonna take a little while. We're in our story, love and love out.
Okay, I feel like I'm being left on a cliffhanger here, because each verse is kind of progressing the story that he's telling. So I'm getting that he's maybe in a waiting room. Wife is maybe in a hospital room about to have a baby, or pregnant with a baby. There's something like this is happening, and now he said waiting for a professional to tell you. I think something's about to hit hard, whatever. So I'm on edge right now. I need to know what's happening. I hope that there's some answers in the third verse. If there's not, I'm coming for you, Ed. I'm seeing you tonight. 7th Stadium, Dubai. I'm coming.
We are glorious. In the story, love in, love out. We are glorious. We're in the story, love in, love out. We are glorious. We're in the story, love in, love out. We are glorious. Sycamore in the field, a lonely tree. Darling, what will become of you and me?
So I do believe sycamore is a type of tree, right? Hang on, guys. I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to cut it here. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I'm back. I just had to take a quick phone call. It was important. But I believe sycamore is a type of tree. And in the song, he was talking about having to put roots down just to dig them back up. So there was a running metaphor there, I think, with the tree as well. Very interesting song. I need to know more. So anyways, we'll see. Maybe we'll get something in the later tracks that kind of elaborates further on that particular topic. But cool. Next up we have No Strings. Let's check it out.
If we make it through this year, then nothing can break us. Trouble leaves then reappears. We've shown we can take it. We tear our hair out and overthink it. Work and get burned out. But this is no strings. You are who I love. And that won't change when we're falling apart. Yeah, this is no strings. You are who I love. It's just growing pains.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So first of all, this is just him saying like, I love you unconditionally. It doesn't matter if we're going through a hard time or rough patch or whatever, or falling apart. And then he says, it's just growing pains. I mean, so true. Listen, if you think you and your partner are going to stay the same as when you first met, as the first dates, as the first experiences, that's just not real life. You are not the same person. So how can they be the same person? You're both growing, ever evolving. So beautiful, beautiful message in this one.
If we make it through this year, we should celebrate it. Rarefied atmosphere. Till now we evaded. We tore the walls down to build them up. Never was in doubt. 'Cause this is no strings. You are who I love. And that won't change when we're falling apart. Yeah, this is no strings. You are who I love. It's just growing pains.
Beautiful.
We did not fight for love just to let it be defeated. What we're going through is common, but that doesn't mean we don't feel it. It would be easy just to give it up. I guess we've got enough reasons.
Listen, I have to address that line so I don't forget it. What we're going through is common doesn't mean that we don't feel it. And this is a problem in society, like where, you know, they'll say, oh, everybody has those issues. Everybody. And they say it in a way that's dismissive that you're going through it, right? Or we do this sometimes, like, oh, there's always someone out there that has it worse. That doesn't mean that your specific problems are illegitimate. Like, we have to acknowledge that. Yes, everybody goes through it, blah, 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 but it doesn't mean that it doesn't affect you. I love that was in there.
Every time that we have come undone, I'll say it's no strings. You are who I love, and that won't change when we're falling apart. Yeah, this is no strings. You are who I love. It's just growing pains.
Guys, that's a serious contender for favorite song on the album. The message, I mean, I think of my wife. I absolutely love that song. I think very serious contender for my favorite track on the album. Let's keep it moving, though. We got The Hills of Aberfeldy. Aberfeldy? He'll probably say it, and then I'll learn that I said it completely wrong. So,
oh, the leaves are covered in snow, and the water's frozen. Oh, I long for you to be the one that I'm holding, and warm me down to my bones. As you lay beside me, hold me close. Oh, the leaves are starting to fall, and the sun grows cold, and my heart might break from the weight of it all. For all that I know, you could be holding somebody else's close. When I'm home, I'll hold you like I'm supposed to. Yet I know that I have never told you, darling, we could fall in love 'neath the hills of Aberfeldy.
Aberfeldy. Okay, I was close. Guys, listen, if it hasn't been obvious already, almost an hour and a half into watching me listen to this album, I'm a hopeless romantic sap. So these last two tracks here are 100% up my alley, and I love them.
Oh, the ground is slowly melting, and the sun beats strong, and I feel like my feet may have wandered too long, and I will remain here alone, 'cause I fear that you may have found someone. And when I'm home, I'll hold you like I'm supposed to. Yet I know that I have never told you that, darling, we could fall in love 'neath the hills of Aberfeldy. Darling, we could fall in love 'neath the hills of Aberfeldy.
He's humming with the instrumentation there. Very nice. Very subtle. Very nice. This song is very interesting to me because it definitely is addressing a very real part in our human nature, which is our insecurity. Him talking about, I guess, when he's away from home and like these thoughts that he's talking about, and then he comes back and he's like, basically, we'll fall in love all over again. I'll hold you like I'm supposed to, yada yada yada. But very real part of our human experience. Like, we all have that insecurity. But beautiful song.
Wherever I go, I will always find another stranger to share in the weight of my crimes. And I know you will never find another heart that wants you more than mine.
Damn straight. All right, guys. I believe that is the regular tracks done. So we're going to be going into the 4 bonus tracks here. This is going to be a long reaction. Hope y'all were ready for that. Here we go. Wildflowers. If I was to make a comment on the album as is without the deluxe, I think, again, I really appreciated the themes, the consistency of the themes showing up. I really appreciated the progression, the dark place that we started from, the fight to, acknowledge that it's your choice if you want to stay there or come to the light, then choosing to come to the light, then fighting to stay in the light, and then finding refuge in your partner, which is what I felt the last few songs were kind of about, and finding the refuge and strength in your partner and making it work together. I mean, one of the lines that stands out, I think from 2 songs ago, was we tore down the walls just to build them back up. I feel like it can be taken a couple ways because he was talking about having hard times with each other. So it could be like building walls back up between ourselves, or you could also take it as we tore the walls down just to build them back up around ourselves together. So that, it's our wall now. It's not a wall between us. So I really appreciated that progression that we were taking on and the themes that we were given throughout. I think were very good.
Ivy vines that clothe the tree, daisies look and take a peek. Sun takes colors from the green and bleaches. December white, a cotton dress, open lawn to make a nest. Try to think what I love best in your features. You were born to run and run till you find your fire. I saw what you become. I know, blossoming among the wildflowers, daggers white, they cut through skin. A new addition to your grin. To reach the end, we must begin to feel it. Lie and trace you on the grass, hair that makes a question mark. You'll always be in my heart. I mean it. You were born to run and run till you find your fire. I saw what you become. I know, blossoming among the wildflowers,
That was nice.
You were born to run and run till you find your fire. I saw what you become. I know, blossoming among the wildflowers,
Very nice song. I mean, I think, this is like talking about, I assume in these moments that he's probably talking about his partner. But, very beautiful song. I have some thoughts, but I want to hold those thoughts until I listen to the rest of the bonus tracks, because I just want to see what we have across these 4 tracks before I say anything about it. But this one's called Stoned, so let's get into it.
I wasn't looking for a hideaway. I need the heat of 1,000 bodies. Crowds will devour, I don't need breathing space. Consumed by hopelessness and all my worries. Save me, colors erase. Nothing will fill up the space. I'm drowning under the waves and so out of place. I'm feeling away. Maybe this life was a waste. Should I just throw it away? All my friends have settled and grown, and then there's me here dancing alone. Fueled by heartbreak mixed with the chemicals. They are sleeping and I am stoned. All my friends have settled and grown, and then there's me here dancing alone. Am I breathing into my detriment? I'll keep bleeding and I'll be stoned. I don't want to have to cry again, or say to them goodbye and I'm so sorry. This pain crescendos right until the end. Keep telling myself that it's them and not me. Save me, colors erase. Nothing will fill up the space. Drowning under the waves and so out of place. I'm feeling away. Maybe this life was a waste. Should I just throw it away? All my friends have settled and grown, and then there's me here dancing alone. Fueled by heartbreak mixed with the chemicals. They are sleeping and I am stoned. All my friends have settled and grown, and then there's me here dancing alone. Am I breathing into my detriment? I'll keep bleeding and I'll be stoned. Settled and grown, and then there's me here dancing alone. Fueled by heartbreak mixed with the chemicals. They are sleeping and I am stoned. All my friends have settled and grown, and then there's me here dancing alone. Am I breathing into my detriment? I'll keep bleeding and I'll be stoned.
So I'm sitting here thinking about these first 2 bonus tracks, first 2 of 4. And the first one, he was kind of giving like an analysis and observation of the other person. Again, I'm assuming his partner. And then in this one, he was kind of giving a self-analysis, an observation on himself. And so that's interesting. We're seeing these 2 things. We'll see where we go from here, if we're going to come together or if we're going somewhere completely different than that.
I don't know what to think. The word cut through the day. The doctor said it's cancer, and the baby's on the way.
Oh shoot, this is...
Life changes in a blink. Decisions to be made. They say radio's the answer, and that both lives can be saved. Points for timing, it could not get worse. What the hell are we going to do? But you're the type to defeat the hardest obstacles put in front of you. You are the toughest in the room, and I know that love will get us through, and life will overcome the pain. But is made in the middle of a court case. Shows what really matters, babe. The specialists in North en route will choose our child's name, 'cause we had enough surprises for a lifetime, wouldn't you say? What he said, it had the utmost power to change the world to blue. You're the type to defeat the hardest obstacles put in front of you. You are the toughest in the room, and I know that love will get us through, and life will overcome the pain that grows in you. 'Cause you are the toughest in the room. You show me strength I never knew. When love is on our side, there's just no way to lose. But I still can't help but break down all night long, tossing and turning and begging, please hold on. 'Cause you are the toughest in the room. I know that love will get us through, and life will overcome the pain that grows in you. 'Cause you are the toughest in the room. You show me strength I never knew. When love is on our side, there's just no way to lose. But I still can't help but break down.
Wow. I think I'm gonna move to the next song, just so I can have like a moment as well, and then kind of give my feelings and recap at the end of the last song. Yeah, let's leave it at that for a moment.
This is the last song I'm writing about you. Up to now, well, I'd never tried to. You don't feel any kind of pain like I do, so let's forget it even happened, babe. All I thought about whenever I woke, and all I talk about whenever I spoke. All I'd sing when I would hit the high notes. But now it doesn't even matter if you come back. It's like we never even had that. Every moment when you took my joy away, all the memories mean nothing from today. Up to now I never hold back. True emotion made me feel sad, but I never wanna hear your name again, and go back to how it was before you came. Start moving on, moving on. I feel on a roll since you've been gone. Start moving on, moving on. Out of my life, life where you belong. This is the last time I'm thinking about you. I used to cry, but then was it a crime too? I spent a lifetime trying to make the right moves, and got myself caught in a pattern, babe. You take a smile and then you turn it to dust. You take what's golden and you somehow make rust. Every lie, it made it harder to trust. But now it doesn't even matter if you come back. It's like we never even had that. Every moment when you took my joy away, all the memories mean nothing from today. Up to now I never hold back. True emotion made me feel sad, but I never wanna hear your name again, and go back to how it was before you came. Start moving on, moving on. I feel on a roll since you've been gone.
Wow.
Start moving on, moving on.
Showing his range here.
Out
Brent Morgan. Don't know who that is. So, I had mentioned what I thought about the album without the deluxe tracks. Now, as I'm listening to these 4 tracks, I listened to the first one, and as I mentioned, it was kind of like an observation and analysis of like his partner, being a wildflower, wanting to run free, that type of thing. So my initial thought, listening to only that song, was, does this fit with what we just heard? Then I hear the second song, and I start catching on that, okay, we're kind of doing something here. Because the second song was almost an analysis of himself, I think, from before. It actually reminded me a lot of tracks from Multiply, X. I don't know what we choose to call it. I believe we call it Multiply, but whatever. X, Multiply, the green one. The opening track, he says similar lines about his friends finding happiness or moving on, whatever. So it was a self-analysis. So now he's analyzed his partner, he's analyzed himself, like what they were. And then Toughest comes on, and it brings us back to kind of present day of them together and what they're going through. And that song hit me hard. I was fighting as hard as I possibly could to try and keep them in. One tear got out. Unfortunately, I could not stop it. But not unfortunately. Look, it's okay to embrace your feelings. I just don't want to look ugly on camera, like here blubbering in front of you guys. So that's why I try to fight it. Listen, I've said this before. For something that we're naturally supposed to be able to do, childbirth can be very challenging and traumatic. I still to this day get extremely emotional thinking about the day that my son was born, and amazing for that. But what my wife had to go through, I was very traumatized. I remember trying my best to hold it together, be brave, be strong. And when we got home, I got her in the house, her parents were there, and I had to step out to go pick up some medication for her. And I remember getting in the car, and I drove down the street so I wouldn't be at the house. And I had to pull the car over, and I just broke down, and I was crying, and I'm getting really emotional thinking about it right now, but it was a very traumatic experience. And hearing him talk about it, I mean, it's the scariest thing imaginable. And then to close it all off, you know, when I listened to Equals, he had that song, Graffiti, I think it's called. And I was listening to that song, and I'm thinking, man, like, he still writes songs about whoever this previous person was. Clearly, like, still has some sort of effect on him. And in this one, he clearly says, hey, this is the last song I'm writing about that person, basically. And it's about moving on. So I would say, for me personally, the bonus tracks kind of had like their own journey that they took you on, separate to the journey that you experienced from the main songs of the album. And both so beautiful in their own way. Whew, that was an experience, guys. I'm excited for my concert tonight. I will try to take some videos and maybe put a video together if you guys are interested on my experience with some footage from the actual show. I think that could be fun. But for now, I think this video is long enough. If you guys are still here, I appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.